Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome to Science and Tech series with Dr. Vedra. Topic for today's discussion is from space section. There is an important current affair which is in news and we'll be decoding that theme in exhaustive way. So the topic for today's discussion is Shukrayaan mission. So after the success of Mangalyaan and Chandrayaan missions, the next logical planet to explore happens to be none other than our twin sister Venus. So we'll be discussing that what this mission is all about. So Shukrayaan in simple words, if you have to describe, is ISRO's proposed Venus mission. It is going to be an orbiter mission just like our Mars mission because let's just first see if we can pull out a successful rover mission on moon, then probably in future we can aim for a rover mission in Venus as well for a start, because this is going to be first ever mission to Venus. So we are just content with sending an orbiter. So what all is already available in public domain? The launch vehicle has been announced. It is going to be a GSLV because we want to send exhaustive payloads to make this mission count, because space exploration is an endeavor in which all space agencies want to explore. So instead of PSLV, it is going to be GSLV Mk2, because we all know the GSLV is capable of carrying almost 4 tons of weight as compared to a conventional PSLV which can carry up to 2 tons. So we are sending this mission through GSLV Mark. Now the launch date, even though it was earlier announced, if there was no COVID, it would have been 2023. But now, since there is a lot of impending missions already, so the date is likely to be either 2024 or 2026. Now you might say that why 2024 and then suddenly why not to 2025? Because the preferable launch of Venus, you could say, when the Venus is closest to the Earth's surface, is once in 19 months. So if we are able to manage the logistics by 2024, we will execute it in 24. Otherwise, we will have to wait for the optimal window, which happens to be in 2026. So make sure this point is not to be taken too seriously, because there can be delays, because we already had a 2020 lackluster year. So we have to cope up with the other socio-economic developmental missions as well. Now coming to the scientific objectives of this Shukrayaan mission, why are we focusing on this mission? What would be the objective? So objectives, just like other outer planetary missions, are straightforward. It will study the surface composition of Venus. It will try to study the subsurface stratigraphy. Stratigraphy is the study of the rock strata on the Venus, and another interesting area of study is going to be to study the solar winds interacting with the Venus ionosphere, because we all know Sun being closer to Venus than Earth, the solar flux is almost 30% higher at Venus. So they will give some empirical data on this interaction as well, and also it will study in detail the structure, composition, the nature of atmosphere at the Venus, because we know it is the hottest planet existing, even though the Mercury being the closest still cannot match it because of the greenhouse effect. So it will try to decode exactly what gases are ruling the composition. So overall, the scientific objectives are well in place already. So since the mission is in 2024, why are we discussing in 2020 today? Because this is in news that already the project has started in some sort of way, because almost the 20 you could say the potential tie-ups have been explored by ISRO, and the leading the pack are the Russia, France, you can say Germany, and already one payload has been already announced. It is going to be known as the viral instrument. The viral has nothing to do with the corona, for a change. This will stand for Venus Infrared Atmospheric Gas Linker. So basically it will, the main payload has been developed jointly by the France CNES and Russia's Roscosmos. So it is a already a shortlisted payload. More will be added shortly as the project progresses. For the time being, there is no need to just mug because of this technical details, but you should be aware that the project is now taking its logical shape to conclusion. Now, whenever such missions are there, there is an effort. You should know a fair idea what the history of Venus mission is, because this is not going to be the first ever Venus mission. So the journey started with the Mariner missions. So Mariner 2 it was a NASA mission way back in 1960 when the Cold War was accelerating. It was the first successful mission, and it was one of the first successful mission in fact in the outer planetary mission. And then Russia Venera series, Venera 4 was the Soviet Union's answer to that race, and eventually multiple Venera and Mariner missions have been sent. Magellan is another NASA mission which has been successful, and Japanese mission Akatsuki is another one which is counted in successful. And other missions which are directed to the Mercury, or you could say the recent Bepi-Colombo, on their way to other planets, they have also come across the Venus. They have a stopover, so they can be technically counted in that. But these are some of the exclusive missions you should ideally memorize, and they have been discussed in class, so there is nothing more to add in it. Now the pertinent mains question remains, why are we studying Venus? Because this is not a mission which is likely to have direct any socio-economic implications in our everyday life. So why spend millions of rupees or dollars on such scientific endeavors? The first and foremost logical counter to is that why this mission is worth investing is that it is considered as the twin sister. Its size, mass, density, the composition, even the gravity are more or less close to Earth. So it can give some significant insights to our already known data and further our understanding of universe. Second is that it could also be used for the other composition studies, and it could give other insights which could open some new gates for our scientific exploration. Such outer planetary mission, they are a stepping stone to further scientific mission. They are technology demonstrator projects which further help in the joint collaboration. As you can see, already the France is showing keen interest. It is likely to be the co-partner for this Shukriyan mission. So these are the stepping stone of technology demonstration, which further you can say cement India's position as a rising space power. And also there is another recent discovery which is quite encouraging. Is we must have seen in current affairs that phosphine was detected on the Venus atmosphere for a change instead of the surface. So it is considered an important biomarker of life. So who knows, there could be some microorganism which is thriving, and this is what precisely why the outer planetary missions are set. We are still exploring the possibility of finding life in extraterrestrial systems. So that's what this mission is going to be centered around. So this is what we have for the time being. More and more details will come up of this mission, because this will be one of the biggest achievement once it is executed. And for the time being, you should just be content that what the significance Venus holds, and this is the second time Venus directly or indirectly is news in 2020. So make sure if it stays in news for another in the next 3 months, it could be a theme which can be asked in prelims or in the mains, as why the Venus missions study is also important for our future augmentation. So this is what we have. If you have any questions, you can ask them in comment section. So I hope this value addition lecture on Shukriyan mission was a useful one. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.